So today we are going to the module 5, that is the cellular technology. So in cellular technology, first we are going to learn about the cellular concept. The cellular concept was introduced to solve the problem of spectral congestion, that is spectral problem and user capacity. So by the introduction of the cellular concept, the spectral congestion problem was minimized and it increases the user capacity also. The main idea is to replace a single high power transmitter, that is large cells, with low power transmitter, each providing coverage to only a small portion of the service area. So in cellular concept, the basic main idea behind the cellular concept was to divide or to split up the large power transmitter into many small power transmitter, that is low power transmitter, and each low power transmitter provide coverage to only a small portion of the entire service area. Each base station is allocated a portion of total number of channels available to the entire system. So each low power transmitter consists of each consists of base stations. So each base station is allocated only a small portion of total number of channels available to the entire system. The available channels are distributed throughout the geographic region and may be reused as many times as it's necessary. So the available channel or the frequency are distributed throughout the geographic region. Even though it is split up or divided, the available frequency for the entire region is reused throughout the geographical region and can be reused as many times as necessary. As the demand of the service increases, the number of base stations may be increased, providing additional radio capacity. As the user demand increases, the number of base station also increases, but with a decrease in transmitted power. As the base station increases, the transmitted power decreases. And this, as the base station increases, it provides additional radio capacity. The cellular concept allows every subscriber equipment within a country to be manufactured with the same set of channels. So by the introduction of this cellular concept, the subscriber unit or subscriber equipment within the country can be manufactured with the same set of channels. So the manufacturing can be done in such a way that same number of or same set of channel can be used in every subscriber equipment, so that any mobile can be or any mobile may be used in anywhere within the region or anywhere within the country. So by the introduction of the cellular concept, it allows every subscriber equipment within a country to be manufactured with the same set of channel. By manufacturing with the same set of channel, it was made available that the mobile can be used anywhere within the region or within the country. So the basic cellular concept can be understood that the overall region is divided or split up into many cells. That is, here we can see the region, and this region is split up into many cells like cell 1, cell 2, cell 3, and cell 4, 5, etc. And each cell consists of base station, BS, its own base station. Cell 1 consists its own base station, and cell 2 have its own base station. And we can now define cluster from this region or from these cells. A cluster is nothing but a group of cells where the available spectrum frequencies comes completely consumed. So here we can see a cluster formation, that is F1. We can see the frequency used in this cell is F1, and this F1 cannot be reused in any other cells or any other cells, in the sense that it cannot be used in the neighboring or adjacent cells. If F1 is used here, it cannot be used in nearby cells, that is the adjacent cells of this current cell. So if F1 is used in this current cell, it cannot be used in the adjacent of any of this cell. Like F1 cannot be used in place of F2, F1 cannot be used in place of F3, and it is same in the case of F2, F3, any frequency. Though that is, F3 cannot be used in the adjacent cell, but F3 can be used in another cluster. So this forms the cluster. Here we can see the overall frequency. The total frequency consumed here is, in this cluster, is F1 plus 3F2. Here we have 3F2 frequency and 3F3 frequency. The total overall frequency that is consumed totally here. Here we can see that overall frequency, that is the total frequency consumed, is F1 plus 3F2 plus 3F3. And here when we come to this cluster, from this we can say that the frequency spectrum is completely consumed. Hence this group of cells, that is, which is using the frequency F1, F2, F3, and this group of cells forms the cluster. And here we can see another cluster formation. Here we can see F1, and this F1 is not used in the adjacent or neighboring cells. Similarly, F4, this is not used in the neighboring or adjacent cells. Similarly, F2, which is not used in the adjacent or neighboring cells, but this F2 is used in another cluster, which is not in the neighboring cells. So here, this is the frequency reuse concept. That is, this same frequency cannot be used in the adjacent or neighboring cells. That we'll study later. So here we can see another cluster formation. That is, total frequencies or total spectrum frequencies completely consumed here. Here we can see total frequency consumed is F1 plus 3 F4 plus 3 F2. So this forms another cluster. So cluster is nothing but a group of cells where the available spectrum frequency is completely consumed. Now we can see the radius R. R is the radius of the cell. So these are the two terms in the cellular concept. That is R. R is the radius of the cell. Here we can see the hexagonal shaped cell. So this hexagonal shaped cell R is the radius and D is the co-channel distance. So now we can understand what is co-channel cells or co-channel distance. A co-channel distance or co-channel cells can be defined by two channels having same number of cluster cells and using same radio frequency. Here we can see a two cluster, one in red and one in green. So this forms one cluster which uses the which totally consume the frequency spectrum, or frequency spectrum is fully consumed here. This cluster uses frequency F2, F3, F4, F5, F6 and F7. And now consider the next cluster here, which is surrounded around F. So here we can see that this also uses the frequency F2, F3, F4, F5, F6 and F7. So both this cluster, that is F1 and F are said to be co-channel cells. Hence, this is said like that because it uses the same radio frequency. Here we can see F1 uses the same radio frequency as of F. Here F1 have F2, F3, F4, F5 and F6 and F7. And F also, that is another, this cluster, F cluster also consists of F2, F3, F4, F5, F6 and F7. So both this F1 and F are co-channel cells. This F1 and this F, this are said to be closed or co-channel cells. This is said to be co-channel cells because it uses the same radio frequency and it has same number of cluster. It consists of same number of cluster, like 7. Like here it has 7 number of cells. Here also this cluster also have 7 number of cells. So the total number of cells in both cluster is also equal and it uses the same radio frequency like F1, F2 up to F6, F7. So a co-channel distance is nothing but a two-channel cells having same number of cluster cells and using the same radio frequency is known as a co-channel cells, and the distance between the two co-channel cells is said to be co-channel distance. A group of 7 cells can consume a total frequency spectrum. So this frequency is reused. So more number of subscriber can be added. This group of 7 cells, that is from F1 to F7, can consume the overall or the total frequency spectrum, and this frequency, that is here this frequency in this F1 cluster is reused in this F2 cluster, like F2, F3, F7 up to F6, F7 are used in another cluster. So there is a frequency reuse also. So by this frequency reuse, many number of subscribers can be added or covered. Now we will understand why the hexagonal shape is given for the cell. Basically, hexagonal shape can cover larger area. Here we can see that compared to all the other shapes like circle, triangle, rectangle and square, hexagonal shape can cover larger area. In case of circle, there may be overlapping when we are placing cells together, or where there may be void. In this void region, there won't be any range. So circle cannot be taken, and compared to the hexagonal, triangle can cover lesser area, and rectangle also, when we compare this rectangle with the hexagonal shape, this also can cover lesser area than hexagonal. Square also same. So the basic reason for the hexagonal shape for the cell was as the hexagonal shape can cover larger area compared to all other shapes. And next reason was it requires fewer cells to cover larger area. As the hexagonal shape can cover larger area, only few cells are required to cover the entire region. So these are the two basic reasons why we are selecting hexagonal shape for the cell. And the cellular concept of cellular telephone service was first proposed in the year 1940s. The first cellular system was proposed by AT&T and Bell Company. And the cellular hierarchy, going on to the cellular hierarchy, we have picocells. Picocells means cell with a diameter less than 10 meter, and microcells means cells with a diameter 100 to 1000 meters, and macrocells means cells with a diameter greater than 1000 meters, and megacells means cells with a global coverage, and femtocells means cells with a very small cell, that is very small cell. So this is the cellular concept. And the cellular concept solve the problem of spectral congestion, and it increases the user capacity. The main idea is to replace large power transmitter, that is large cells are split up into small cells, that is low power transmitter, and each low power transmitter cover only a small portion of the service area. Each base station is allocated a total number of channel, a portion of total number of channel that was available for the entire system. And the cellular concept allows every subscriber equipment to be manufactured with the same set of channel. By manufacturing in this way, the mobile can be used anywhere within the region. Usually the region is split up into many cells. Each cell consists of base station and group of cells which consume the available or total frequency spectrum. Is when it is fully consumed, then the group of cells is said to be cluster. And co-channel distance, where it is said to be co-channel cell, a cell is said to be, two cells are said to be co-channel cells if the two cells have same number of cluster and same number of cluster cells and same number of radio frequency. The group of 7 cells can consume total frequency spectrum, and this frequency spectrum or this frequency is reused in many other cells. So more number of subscriber can be added by this frequency reuse method. And basically the hexagonal shape is given for the cell so that it can cover larger area, and it requires fewer cells to cover the larger area. And the cellular concept of the cellular telephone system was first proposed in the year 1940s. And this, going on to the cellular hierarchy, picocells, microcells, macrocells, and megacells and femtocells. Megacells are the cells with the global coverage, and femtocells are the cells with the very small cells. That's all about the cellular concept.